for day 15 of my 31 Days of Halloween series. I'm obsessed with this look, so I hope you guys enjoy my version of Bootstrap Bill. Product details and all that fun stuff will be in the video description below. Let's get started. Before I actually applied all the makeup, I first created all of the little sea creatures using some Model Magic, which is an air drying clay. For the paint job, I'm just using some of my alcohol activated paints. The gigantic starfish on his face is pretty orange in color, and there's lots of reds as well. And then any holes I want to deepen, I'm just gonna add a darker brown and black to that. I also stippled on some of the paint to make it look a little bit more textured. For the rest of them, they all had pretty similar color schemes. There's a lot of peach, brown, and green. I made this ratchet pirate's bandana out of some scrap material that I didn't mind getting Pros-Aide on. Using a grease palette, I took a skin tone and a little bit of red, mixed that to create a custom shade, and utilized that to make my eyes look even more puffy and tender. I then took an alcohol activated palette, used a bruised tone, and stippled it on my face to make it look like I had broken blood vessels. I then took a swampy green shade and also stippled that on to make my skin look murky and more infected. The most important piece for this look is definitely the giant starfish, so I placed that first. I made tiny little marks with an eyeliner pencil just to know where I want to place it, being wary of my eyebrows and any other hair that might be peeking through the cap. Then I did something super smart and stuffed the cap with a little bit of tissue, just in case any Pros-Aide seeped through the cap and into my hair, because that would not be a fun time. Taking my Pros-Aide, I'm applying that as a contact adhesive, which means I'm adding it to the starfish as well as my skin. You're gonna wanna make sure it dries completely clear before you stick it down so that it works the best. Have a coffee break while you wait for it to dry. You can see here that it's not completely dry yet, so I gave it a few more seconds before finally sticking down the giant starfish. It was kind of fun to do, not gonna lie. Make sure all the ends you want stuck down are stuck pretty well. And then you can go ahead and stick all the other crustacean creatures all over your body. I wanted to place mine a little bit more sporadic, although I do have a couple bunches of them. I just think it looks a little bit better if it's not all symmetrical. The next part is very similar to the Tooth Fairy look. So I took an SFX gelatin, heated it up for about 10 seconds in the microwave with the lid off, and applied that to the edges of some of the appliances, just to make them blend into the skin a little bit more and give more texture. You're probably going to want to do a patch test before you start applying hot gelatin on your face in case it's a little too hot. You can always do that on the inside of your wrist. Then I'm taking another alcohol palette and the bruised tone to lightly stipple on that color on the gelatin parts to make it look super tender. If you apply the color a little bit too heavy, you can always go in with a little bit more of 99% isopropyl alcohol to blend it out, since that's what the palettes are activated with. And then for a final touch, I added various mosses and even cut up little bits of texture sponges. Don't forget to stick those down with your Pros-Aide. Apply some netting, and there you have it. You've become Bootstrap Bill. Happy sailing, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.